Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a very special edition of the Cassini Project. Not going to feature the Cassini at all. None of them. They're not
What?
here.
What are we doing here
Yeah.
then? Like,
Well, you guys are going to have to deal with a whole other ship with a whole other set of problems. And I don't mean each other.
A whole
Mostly.
other ship. Wow, how unexpected. Flip turns page.
So we're starting tonight over on the USS Amazon, a New Orleans-class starship in the Delta Quadrant. And we're starting on the bridge.
Yes, the Delta Quadrant. The one place where we can get away from Cassini's drama.
But you have to deal with zombies.
I'll take it.
All right, Steph, would you like to do your captain's log, please?
Sure. Captain's log. Stardate 87417.57. We continue to be one step behind the Vaudois in their advances throughout the sector. However, their constant barrages, while brutal, are sometimes sloppy, and we've managed to recover a few survivors in our recent sweeps. There still, however, is no trace of the Krenim or the Elsurans, and I fear they are now lost. After Borg incursions on debris fields, we've been running simulations and drills, though admittedly it's been a week since our last recorded sensor scan of Iconian vessels within short range. I remain weary and on high alert. In the meantime, we continue runs between battles and the outskirts of the Janolan Dyson sphere. Continual scans of the Iconian technology are fascinating and puzzling all at once. Any attempts made by myself or the crew to reverse engineer anything scavenged thus far have resulted in failure. I can assume, amusingly, that it will simply take time. End log.
All right. Senior staff is assembled on the bridge. And thank you for that wonderful log. So, you guys are... Hey!
Perfect timing!
Hi, Journey, we just started.
Hey, sorry. I missed my first bus, so...
Oops. Well, we just got started. So, you guys are on the bridge. Can I get our science officer to please make a reason science roll, please? Assisted by the ship's sensors science.
Cool. Do I have a focus that applies?
Do you have a general scanners focus or communications focus?
Astrophysics and quantum physics and gravimetric anomalies would be the closest I could come up with.
None of those apply, unfortunately.
Okay.
But it's only a difficulty 1 task.
Cool. Easy peasy. To introduce my character, my long, spindly insectoid hands play across the console, multifaceted eyes kind of like swiveling on the sides of my head. I am a Zindi insectoid, and my name is Commander Axel and the crew just calls me Axel.
Can't imagine why.
All right. Well, you gain a point of momentum. You're picking up a faint subspace distress call about 3 light years away.
Captain, we're receiving a distress call.
Origin?
You said how far away was it?
3 light years.
3 light years from our current position.
Does it have any signature to it?
If you want I guess this would be your freebie, wouldn't it, as a science officer? So you're not able to make out the message. However, the signal has a distinctly Ferengi signature.
It appears to be Ferengi.
Ferengi. Do we have any record of Ferengi being out there?
Yes, there are several Ferengi who have come into the Delta Quadrant seeking a vast new quadrant that has no idea who the Ferengi are. Great business opportunities. There's a couple who are wanted, actually, for scamming the local populations.
Captain, suggest yellow alert. Last time I heard about a Ferengi distress call, it ended up being Klingons.
Good idea. Best to be on our toes. Yellow.
Alright, so you go to yellow alert. And you're going to intercept, I assume?
Yes. Can we open subspace channels?
You're welcome to make the attempt.
I would like to do so.
Who is playing your communications officer?
I think it's also Commander Axel. I think it is a joint thing.
Alright. Axel, can I get you to do... Well, this would be... I suppose it'd just be a control command check, because that's what communications would fall under.
Yay, I'm not built for this. Awesome.
I mean, if you don't want to do it, Sonat can also do it.
Yeah, my command is 1.
Oh,
Okay.
then yes, I will get turn, realize, nope, wrong person, and then turn to Sonat and give him...
I tilt my head inquisitively.
Just in the antenna, just going... Alright. Commander Sonat, would you like to please make that roll?
Sorry, what was the roll again?
Control command. Difficulty's going to be 2. I'm going to spend a point of threat for an increased complication range by 1.
I'm assuming none of my focuses come into play here.
Ooh.
Does the ship assist?
The ship does exist. It would be communications command. Yeah.
Alright, so whoever rolls for the ship, if it's a bad roll, you get to re-roll.
Oh, cool.
Because I have a neural interface with the ship.
I thought I was going to be the only one who took that talent.
And,
Oh boy.
And I think Abcon, since you're playing the Doctor, that would be appropriate for you to roll the ship.
All right, very well. Let's see how far we get. What am I rolling?
It's communications command.
Should be already set.
All right.
And all right, you guys succeed.
Re-roll that if you want.
All right.
You also,
Especially since it came out no system.
yeah,
Both those rolls were crap, though.
Yeah, it says 9.
yeah. So, okay. Here is what you can determine from. You can't open a communication line. There's too much interference. But you are able to get a lock on what appears to be a Ferengi Decora.
Okay. And we can't hail that specific vessel because of interference.
Because of interference. Probably because of weapons fire, jamming technology, what have you.
Okay. So I will turn to Commander Nick. Can you intercept?
I got like every other word of that.
Oh, sorry. I'm looking to you and asking if you can intercept.
I can lay in a course.
we should be ready for a combat situation when we arrive if we're dealing with a distress call and there is potential communications blackout, then it's likely there's still hostile forces in the area.
Agreed.
All right. So you set an intercept course, engaged at, I'm assuming, maximum warp, because you're
Yeah.
responding to a ship in distress. And you warp
Punch
into...
it.
So you warp into a battlefield. There is a Ferengi Decora damaged, and a damaged Vaadwaur Astika. There is also the debris of several other ships. Probably escorts for both vessels.
Oh boy. Okay.
And you're officially in rounds.
Who? Is it Argo or is the Vaadwaur?
It starts with the
or
players.
Okay. Lieutenant Dur.
Was that me?
Yes.
That's you.
Okay. Alright, so I am going to first can I use the I'm gonna use my direct action to get sensor analysis so I can get some piecing on these things. Then I'm going to I don't have enough momentum yet.
Oops.
No, I'm just gonna shoot.
All right.
So acquiring target lock. He's got his shipboard tactical systems focus, control security. Mind if I use the momentum for an extra die?
I mean, go for it. We gotta
Yeah, go
spend
for
it
it.
to get.
Okay. So that's the 3 die rolls.
All right.
There we go, and rolling. Ship.
Glad you got that extra die.
I'm gonna.
Do you have cautious?
I do have cautious. So I'm gonna re-roll one. Oh.
And I shall roll for the ship.
Yeah. What are? Yeah. So this would be weapon security for the ship.
Yes. Maybe somebody else should roll for the ship.
I don't think it matters tonight.
Wow.
Question. It says as for the neural interface talent that as long as we're connected to the ship, the ship systems can re-roll a d20. Does that mean all the time or just specifically?
Well,
The
for your tasks.
yeah,
Okay,
that's
my
for
bad.
you.
Okay.
All right, but you do succeed. So, well, phasers, quantum torpedoes.
I think.
Shit.
Yeah, phases. I think.
With that to have been.
All right. So, fire phasers.
I'm just loading up the thing so I can press the button. There we go.
Ouch.
Pull the lever, Kronk.
Down. Is that meant to be a 6 in there?
Yes.
Yeah, just
Okay.
hit the little button. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
All right. You actually, in a single strike, you blow away that Astika, which was already damaged.
Is Darren like part Romulan?
They are now.
So here's the thing. That Astika already had 2 breaches. Another one was going to take it out regardless. So,
Fair enough.
but
It's almost like it was a plot device.
but Right before it explodes, there is a burst of energy that comes over on the scanners that is unidentified, and the jamming signal is gone.
Report.
Can I roll to determine what that is?
Yes, you may. Reason Science. This is going to be a difficulty 4 task.
Difficulty 4?
Difficulty 4.
Determination
Yay.
time.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to say there's no mystery that cannot be solved.
Alrighty.
And what my focus is in astrophysics, quantum physics, or gravimetric anomalies applied?
Yes.
All right. Here we go.
Made it. Nice.
Yeah, nice.
And
Alright.
sensors something from the ship as well, I guess.
Yes, we need the sensor science from the ship.
I'll roll it.
Actually, wait, you know what? Not sensor science in this case. I'm going to say this one's communication science.
Yeah, go for it, Dom.
Science.
Yeah,
Oh
see?
yeah.
Excellent. And, however, I am going to spend 2 points of threat to... oops, no. Not bringing it. You wish. I'm not spending that much threat.
Suddenly a Borg sphere appears.
Borg tactical cube appears. No.
Tactical fusion cube or go home.
So, a Beeger appears. And Borg pickle. But no. What you get is... So, you're able to analyze it to a degree, but it's going to take some time for the computer to process it. What you can determine, it's some sort of signal. Probably, it's not a standard, like, device, an emergency call. It's on some other frequency that's not standard to the Vaudoir.
Well, it probably isn't a Vaudoir signal, Captain.
Collect what you can and send me a report.
Make sure our anti-Iconian virus algorithms are running.
We don't want
course.
anything getting into the computer system, like, you know.
And
Just
the
because-
Frank...
And
And?
Axel kind of looks up and goes, "This is not a joke about bugs in computer systems, right?"
No, it is a metaphor.
Oh, okay.
Just like a fond shake of the head.
And at this moment, you hear the of an incoming hail coming on over the subspace channels.
Coming from?
The Ferengi ship.
Oh, right, of course. Duh. On screen.
You're not able to get it a visual, but you do get audio. And Fark, would you like to respond?
Oh, hello, Starfleet. You arrived just in time. Thank the vault. We were under attack by these mischievous Vaudoir, and you seem to have shown up just when we needed you.
No charge.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. Now that you're here, by the way, I was wondering if you could assist me in a matter.
What kind of matter?
Well, as you can probably see, our ship has taken some damage, and maybe you could assist us. We're trying to return to the Dyson sphere. I'll make it worth your time, of course.
I'll just give the captain a look.
Yeah. Has he identified himself? You haven't identified yourself.
He has not.
Oh, well, pardon me, Captain. I am business facilitator Quen. I've been out here in the Delta Quadrant searching for profit, and business has been good. In fact, I seem to have found a few artifacts you might be interested in.
Before we continue, the name immediately sets a red flag. Remember earlier I said there were Ferengi who were wanted for
Yep.
Yeah.
top of the list.
Can I? Okay, I was gonna ask for like do a check to see what, because the communications, like the visual, no visual set off a red flag.
It's that I can tell you right now that no roll needed. The ship is damaged. It's probably damage to the communications array.
Facilitator Quen, we
Yes,
would be
Captain.
happy to assist you. However, for the moment, due to the situation, you will be asked to be confined to quarters.
Confined? What is that? Why?
For your safety.
My safety is better facilitated on this ship. I would think, on my ship. I'm
Well.
asking for assistance, and I'll make it worth your while for sure.
Can I get you two to roll a post check?
Yep.
Presence command for both of you on this one. That's how I'm gonna roll this one.
You can't see me squinting at my screen, but I am. Would my composure focus apply?
Yes. Oh, you need to roll one more dice. I only rolled one for you. Set to the little 2.
2.
And I'm gonna buy an extra dice if that's cool.
That's totally cool. And I'm only taking those first 2 rolls together. That's 2. But your thing's set up now, so you don't have to worry. Yay.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, so nicely done there. That's what? 3 extra momentum?
Yeah.
So,
Facilitator, I understand your concern. However, given the situation, I can assure you that my ship is paramount at what it does, and we can not only assist you by escorting you, we can repair your ship en route.
Well, you drive
Free
a
of
hard bargain,
charge.
Captain. Free of charge. Oh, okay. Well, it's a good thing I recorded that. I will accept your terms for now. Please have us beamed over, shuttled over, however you please.
Of course. And I'm gonna turn to Lieutenant Jarrow and give him a nod.
okay. As soon as the communications has been cut, I'm gonna wait till that's happened. I'm gonna call the security team to meet our Ferengi guest whenever, whatever method he arrives in, either the transporter or the shuttle bay.
all right. How are you having him brought over?
I will have him transported over, and then we will tractor his ship in.
Okay. So first problem you're going to notice with that is the ship has got a little bit of radiation damage. You might not be able to hold a tractor lock without going over and doing some repair work.
Okay.
And business facilitator Quen does beam over. Fark, is he bringing anything with him?
I suppose I could bring over perhaps an artifact to maybe sweeten the deal.
Sounds good. All right.
Is there any chance of any wounded on that vessel?
Medical teams are being dispatched. There's not a lot of major injuries. A lot of, cuts and bruises. They were not the primary victims.
How's the damage to their ship look?
It's not extensive, but it is pretty bad. Their warp system will be online pretty quickly. You're not sure what's giving off this weird radiation. You know that's not standard issue on a Ferengi Decora. It has to be something else.
Mm-hmm.
And that's definitely damaged and causing issues. And besides that, you think you could probably get it up and running in about 2-3 hours?
I can probably do it in 2.5.
Perhaps you should rendezvous with the facilitator. Make sure that it's nothing he's carrying that's causing the radiation.
Would you like a security team as well?
Better safe than sorry.
All right. So, security team meets Quen in the transporter room. They're not picking up any of the radiation on him besides the trace amounts that you would have from exposure, naturally. And then they escort him down to the sick bay to be looked over for a more thorough investigation, Doctor.
What you see is kind of a overactive young Cardassian male just straightening up everything inside sickbay, making sure everything is at the correct angle, everything is at its proper place.
Cardassian version of a neat freak.
Yes, a Cardassian.
So the business facilitator is escorted in, surrounded by about 6 or 7 security guards.
I hardly see why this is necessary.
Oh, hello. Yes, hi. Welcome to sickbay. I'm Dr. Lamont. Please take a seat.
Quinn, and I would prefer to stand, to be honest. Is this really necessary?
You'll see that the Lamont immediately just comes over, takes over, and just sits you off as you sit on the table. Like, bloop.
Fine.
Say all. You
Ah,
I've always been so interested in Ferengi physiology, additional lobes. They actually say that might have come from an evolutionary facet. But you have some predators that actually prey using some kind of psychic influences on Ferengi. He takes it out, checks your eyes.
yes, well, the lobes on me are quite impressive. And I just had my
Fascinating.
teeth filed recently, so...
Fascinating. I've also noticed the lobes of your ears tend to be drooping more than usual. They say that's possibly a genetic trait, or it's also possibly a result of too much self-inflicted umox. Anything like that happened to me?
Wow.
I can get you a topical.
Dr. Lamar, your bedside manner is something to be desired, to be perfectly honest with you. I will let you know that I do not do any umox to myself. I have many assistants that take care of that for me. Thank you very much.
Oh, then I'll be all happy to provide him with this topical. He just holds out a tube.
And this is the moment where the captain walks in the door.
Slapped it away. I don't need your assistance with this. My ears are fine.
Mm-hmm.
Doctor, facilitator.
Captain!
Ah, Captain. Hello. So wonderful of you to invite me onto your ship. The, what did you say it was called?
The Amazon.
The Amazon. That must be, well, it doesn't matter. It's not important. Anyway, I was wondering if you would be interested in, a little bit of trade. You see, I've been out here in the Delta Quadrant, and I've found some very fascinating artifacts that perhaps might interest you or, perhaps Starfleet.
I'm definitely curious.
Well, good. Perhaps we can come to a deal. As you know, the riskier the road, the greater the profit, and dealing with these Vadwars, definitely risky.
You are what some would call brave.
Oh, I am but a simple merchant searching for Latinum in the stars. Speaking of Latinum, what is here? And I sort of hold out this triangle thing. It's like, I have found this artifact. I acquired it from a friend of mine after a Tongo deal that sort of, you know, I was on a roll that night, so I was wondering if you might be interested in this. I'm sure I'd make a great deal for you.
So, to describe the device, it is a pyramid, three-sided. Each length of it is about 5 to 6 inches, and Lasan, can I get you to do a roll?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, reason science or reason command.
Okay.
Difficulty 3. Your call.
Now,
Okay.
before you roll, I trust you have some gold pressed latinum on the ship?
I have some.
Some. Mm-hmm. You don't know how much latinum you have on your ship. Okay, well, that's very interesting.
I'm afraid my trading days are over.
Mine have just begun.
Well, if you acquired it in a game of Tongo, perhaps I will acquire it from you in a game of Tongo.
To see you try.
You just see the nurses just like or like don't.
You just see Lasan smile. Okay, so you said reason science or reason. Do I
Yes.
have a focus?
Yes. Ancient technologies will technically apply, or xenoarchaeology.
Okay. Will they tell me different things?
No.
Or
No, they're going to tell you the same thing.
all right. I will go with reason command, and I will take an extra dice.
All right.
Yeah.
And like, all right.
Nicely done.
Nice.
Wonderful. So you're able to identify the device. It's Krenim.
Which you acquired this in a game of Tongo.
Well, yes. It's
Against
very nice,
who?
isn't it? Well, like I said, an old friend of mine. He actually owed me a bit of a debt, so we settled it over Tongo, and I sort of went out of the way with it. So
As I'm doing this, as they're talking, I'm using a medical tricorder to surreptitiously scan him, but also put on the display behind him if he's lying.
Okay.
do I notice him doing that?
Well, first, so I guess that would have to be an opposed check then. So that will be reason medicine for the doctor. Insight security for Gwen.
I would like to buy a die.
You may buy a die.
I'm assuming I don't have a focus unless I could use constantly watching. Or, composure?
Composure would probably be more appropriate.
Okay.
Well, Gwen fucking fails.
That's
Damn.
right.
First time for
Oh.
everything, I suppose.
Never
That's
mind.
right,
I forgot about my dedicated focus, but
Oh, Brian, you get a threat.
Oh, thank you.
Untap potential.
So, he's lying about the Tongo game, as far as you can tell. But he's being honest when he says that he acquired this.
Literally the only thing he's being honest about. Obviously, he acquired it.
from a friend.
Yes.
Probably lying about that part too.
That's a little more ambiguous.
And what would it cost me if I wanted to acquire this?
Oh, well, let's see. It is very fancy. I don't know where it's from. I just got it from the friend of mine. I'd say I could part with it.
Yeah, no, there's like you just see it going up and down on the screen in the back.
But I suppose I could Let it go for 500 bars. It is very rare. I've never seen one other in my entire life.
Just to be clear, Lasan, you're not sure what this device is. You're just aware of what make it is.
Okay.
That being said, I will say this is a little bit of freebie information. Because of the amount of time you spent around Ted, you recognize that this has got some chronometric readings on it.
Good.
On the yeah. Some timey-wimey shit going down. But this is probably something better to be analyzed by your chief scientist.
Yeah. Lasan's like, wanna study, can't study, wanna study, can't. Well,
there's a whole issue of him being a criminal, so we could confiscate it.
that is true.
I like the way Baz thinks.
Are you in the med bay right
No, he's not in the med
No,
bay.
I wouldn't be.
Then shut your trap.
Well, is it possible for me to take it for further study to evaluate its worth?
Well, that might be difficult because I don't know if I want to part with it
I mean, you're not leaving
without payment.
ship.
Am I? What are you trying to say?
Well,
I mean, I thought we had a deal.
We do have a deal. You're staying on the ship. We're taking you back to the Dyson Sphere. Do you not trust me?
Captain, I don't trust anybody, not even myself at times. So, if you do wish to perform any experiments, I will have to be there. Do you agree to those terms?
I think that's only fair.
Very good. Now, on the subject of payment, I suspect that maybe allowing you to study this is worth at least 5 bars of gold pressed latinum. Does that sound fair? I think it sounds quite fair.
2.5.
3.
3.
Done. Very good. You may proceed with whatever it is you do. And doctor, would you stop waving that thing around? It's bugging me.
I'm just trying to make sure that you're not receiving any side effects of the radiation.
If I had any side effects, I'd know about it, wouldn't I?
We don't know. Frankie physiology does place interesting havoc with certain particles.
Yes, and Kardashian physiology allows you to eat cereal with your head, so settle down.
We interrupt this racism to bring down the science officer who walks into the sick bay a few minutes later with authorization to study the device.
It's actually speciesism, thank you very much.
Also, the
No one likes a well
science
action.
officer tilts their head and just kind of clicks the man.
Hey, I've been holding my tongue about allowing these females to wear clothes. Give me a break.
I'm just seeing the antenna on the sun just going right at Glenn.
Well, I am sure that Commander Axel...
Commander Axel just says, gender is a construct.
Thank you, Commander. Would you and the fine security detail please escort Facilitator Quen to the science lab?
Of course, Captain.
Since I don't have a set for that, we're just going to stay where we are.
That's fine.
And get rid of the doctor.
You have a good day, Facilitator.
Thank you,
Remember-
Bug Persian.
Go easy.
Thank
He just
you,
messaged
And
the
as,
ears.
doctor.
as they're walking, Axel is talking to the Ferengi. Axel says, "Since I am neither male nor female, should I be wearing clothes?"
Don't give me this. This is not. Oh.
I am merely curious.
I actually will plead the fifth to that. Thank you very much. It has nothing to do with it. Let us just get on
The
with it.
fifth.
Fifth rule
Very
acquisition.
well.
Well, yes, if I'm going to follow Starfleet laws, you can follow that as well, can't you? What is it? The Fifth Amendment? Something in Earth history. I don't care. Let's get on with it, please.
So
I haven't spent much time on her. And just keeps walking.
So you enter the science lab, you put the device on the scanner. Axel, can I get you to do a reason science scan, please?
Yes.
With the ship's help?
With the ship's help.
Would I have a focus here?
What are your focuses, Axel?
Pertaining to this, astrophysics, quantum physics, gravimetric anomalies.
Quantum physics.
Alright.
It's kind of a stretch, but I'm going to allow it.
This
What's
isn't
the
going to
tiny one?
harm it, is it?
What's the difficulty?
Difficulty is going to be 2, but I'm spending 3 points of threat for increased complication range.
Okay, up to 3?
2, yeah.
Okay. And then I'm going to take a momentum.
Mm-hmm. You may do so.
Oh!
Shit.
God damn.
You don't even
Axel
need
is
the
very
ship's
good
roll.
at the science. They are
Yeah.
very dedicated to science.
So you still have a floating momentum. No, you don't, actually.
Science bug.
Yeah.
Science.
Sorry. The math's off tonight.
Science bug! Science bug!
You're not able to... You don't really understand what this device fully is. It's obviously different alien construction. There's some things that are similar, some things that are different. Everyone has their, certain things are more efficient, so everyone does it that way, but then everyone has their own quirks on it. What you can tell, this is some sort of, and this immediately goes over Quinn's head because you start gibbering to yourself about it. This is some sort of temporal quantum interdimensional phase shifter?
A what?
That's so cool.
It is quite curious, Captain. I like it.
Well, do you have 500 bars of gold pressed platinum?
Yes, do you?
I don't think I have ever seen that much money in my life. Short as it is.
Now, I would like to. Do I realize that they've suddenly said that they think this is important?
You catch on that it's important. I'm not going to make you roll for it.
Okay.
Gwen is smart enough to be like, oh, yeah, this is important. They're saying big words.
Yes, that was 4 big words in a row. This thing might be actually useful. Now, 500 bars. That might be a little low now I'm thinking about it.
We've made a deal.
No. A deal is a deal. Unless something or other.
Oh, wait. Are you that business facilitator, Gwen? Do I have to confiscate this from...
Wait a minute. Where is that coming from? I am a respectable businessman.
Can I scan his DNA?
Yes.
I'm certain that you are. It's just the other day we were talking about potential encounters we could come across, and there was a list of wanted Ferengi, and one of them, I swear he had your name. I'm sure it's just a mistake.
Well, of course it's a mistake. I am completely above board in my practices.
Can
And I would like
insight
to
them?
question.
Can Axel actually cross-reference this? Because Axel
Yes.
is the curious.
Yeah. This would be Insight Command, difficulty 1. Or Insight
Okay.
Security, sorry.
It's security. Okay.
For both of us?
Well, Axel's
it.
doing it. Yeah, you got it.
Got it.
And you got the free-floating momentum, which I'm going to immediately spend. You don't just get... You get, like, the bolo sheet with a big-ass picture of Quen right in the middle of it.
And Axel is going to just start reading off everything.
Is Quen mugging to the camera?
From start just rattling it off.
Who violates a space whale even? Anyways.
Stunning resemblance. Your lobes are smaller in person.
Ow.
Axel doesn't get it. Axel's just like, whatever.
This is outrageous. I will not be treated this way. And I'm gonna try and beam out. Grab the triangle thing and beam out of there.
Okay.
Try and stop you.
Yep. We're gonna... I'd like to see you try.
So, this is an opposed check to grapple, basically.
Aren't they on yellow alert?
Well, there
Yeah, we are
would be
now,
security personnel on there as well.
Yeah, just all the security guys pull out their phasers. Axel starts grappling with Glenn.
I'm
And
not grappling.
as a
I'm trying
condition
to
of yellow alert, the
disrupt
shields are
whatever
up.
he's doing.
Yep.
I'm trying
Yeah,
to
shields
disrupt
are up.
using technology.
I'm gonna try and grab him.
Okay. So this will be... Oh, what is that? Leave it... Control... I know one of them is control fitness.
Okay.
No, wait.
Those are
No,
both attributes.
no yeah.
Fitness
So-
security or something.
Yeah, fitness security... Quinn is fitness
Or daring
security,
yeah.
and then daring security for Lasan.
Oh, good. Okay, this is bad for me.
Oh, that's even worse for me.
Yeah.
I'm a
That is
lover, not a
security.
fighter.
Some of your lovers would disagree with that.
Grapple
Oh
rules are
my.
on page 175 of the main course.
Do I have a folk? Would composure work for?
No.
Okay, that's fine.
And I'm not going to worry too much about the details. This is kind of like... This isn't a real grapple.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, okay. This one's going to go to Lasan. Who's just like, nope. Who reaches up and then pulls him by one of his lobes.
Ow!
Now, I'm certain if you cooperate, Starfleet would be happy to overlook all of these. And I kind of wave my hand towards the boat.
And it's
You're
at that
helping
moment...
the war effort.
And it's at that moment the screen actually goes boop, 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 and it's the final analysis of that transmission you were analyzing, Axel.
And my antenna twitch, and I look over at it.
It was in fact an emergency transmission sent on Iconian frequencies that you know the Vaudwar use. And there is only one word in it. Krenim.
And Axel just kind of like quietly clicks, looks up at Lasan and goes, "Captain," and he just points.
Yeah. Lasan is gonna, like, kind of hand, like, not like push, but like kind of hand Quen towards the security. And touch her combat. Captain Thazareth to Lieutenant
You're cutting in and out.
Lieutenant.
Oh, to Lieutenant Jarrow. Sorry.
Jerry here.
Red alert.
What? Or actually, do I have my red alert thing? No, I don't anymore. The tragedy of losing all that audio.
Oh.
Oh, what have I gotten myself into this time?
Business Facilitator Quinn. I
What?
think you would be safest following these men. We're gonna have Iconium.
Iconian? Oh, jeez.
The device you brought on board is Krenim.
But it's my Krenim.
It is still Krenim.
Not. Yes, correct.
All right, we're gonna end this scene here, or otherwise you guys are gonna go on. And so we're gonna cut to the bridge. New scene time, so lose a momentum. And you guys are discussing the device and the transmission.
I also would have alerted Starfleet.
Yeah, and the General Dyson sphere is basically like, well, we need that artifact at any cost. If we can get it into the Alpha or Beta quadrants, that would be great.
And it's like, do I release this facilitator? Do I tell him, you'll waive all fee? Like, do I, what? Please tell me what you want.
So, Commander Burgess, with Starfleet Intelligence at the Dyson Sphere, is going, well, Captain, we're absolutely willing to pay Business Facilitator Quinn if he can not only supply the device, but also the location from which it was retrieved. And we would be willing to overlook his past discretions, as long as he does not return to the Delta Quadrant. Ever.
Well, I'm certain if you give that to him in writing, he will be more than happy to approve.
And would be more than willing to pay any amount of gold-pressed platinum. We need to understand why the Vodwar, under direct orders from Gaul, targeted the Krenim first in their purges across the Delta Quadrant. They weren't a particularly large power. Understanding why would be important. The device you recovered, based on your description having some temporal mechanics, does provide a clue. We are aware the Iconians have some sort of weakness to time travel. If they felt that they were a potential threat, they may be the key to ending this war.
Some sort of chronometric weapon, perhaps?
Possibly, but I doubt that device is any such device.
It is definitely a piece of a larger puzzle.
Indeed. But for right now, your number one concern is the protection of that device at all costs. Burgess out.
I just turn in my chair to look at the rest of the
Well, Captain, we know we aren't going to win this war by conventional means. Anything that could give us a leg up.
He's right.
Not just going to trail off.
Anything that'll give us at least some sort of advantage over these other Iconians will be good.
And the longer we wait here, the more likely the Iconians will turn up.
True enough. Commander Nikau, can you set a route or a course back to the dice?
Will do, Captain.
For now, I think we'll keep Business Facilitator Quinn comfortable. I don't want him getting the impression that we're in hospital.
I reckon there's a perfectly comfortable brig cell we could spare.
I'd be more comfortable back on my ship, thank you very much.
You're damn.
You're not here!
Going anywhere?
You're not here.
Oh, wait.
I know. That's the joke.
I will. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna ask if I was able to determine what was the cause of the radiation from his ship.
All right, so your engineering teams have done a pretty bang-up job. Most of the damage wasn't that bad. A lot of it was outer hull breaches. There was some damage to the warp core, but Quen, knowing that he's not exactly welcome in a lot of systems, has an illegal Romulan cloaking device installed on his ship, and that was damaged and what was giving off the radiation.
Captain, I happened to find out what was causing that radiation leak over on the ship.
Oh?
An illegal Romulan cloaking device has been planted on his ship.
Planted.
Well,
By him, I'm sure.
that's rather cunning, actually. I have to give him a bit of admiration.
If I am allowed to say, it was pretty ingeniously incorporated into their own technology.
Well, I'll be sure to compliment him when I speak to him next.
Unfortunately, that probably means that we wouldn't really be comfortable leaving him aboard his own ship.
No, he's definitely the type who would ferret away as soon as he got back on board. I think we're going to escort him back to the Dyson Sphere, where his record can be expunged. He can retire happily with a large amount of gold pressed latinum, and we will have the devices we need.
It's at this moment, Axel, you get a communication. Lieutenant Robinson to Lieutenant Commander Axel.
Commander Axel here.
Sir, we're down in the lab, but we're realizing that the chronometric radiation of the device is, well, it's not dangerous to us, but it's giving off a very unique signal.
I will be right down.
Thank you.
I'm gonna look to Sanat. Can you speak with Quen and let him know about the brokerage of a deal and assure him that he is not under arrest?
Aye, Captain. It will be my pleasure.
Should I smollen the security detachment?
6 is a bit much, perhaps 2.
Yes, my thoughts.
All right, Lieutenant Commander Axel, let's go figure out what's going on with this pyramid.
All right. So we cut back to the two of you in the science lab.
And Axel is like hovering over this device, like very much like into the research.
So can I get a reason science difficulty 2?
Yes.
May I assist?
You may assist, and you both have focuses that apply.
Okay, awesome. Alright. Reason science. There we go.
Okay, hold on. I just have to check. When attempting a task where this focus applies, each D20 that generates 2 successes generates a bonus momentum.
So
Which
any
focus
critical
is that?
success.
Yeah, and which focus is that?
Ancient technology.
This isn't ancient technology. It is older technology, so... And you've already got a lot of momentum, so I'm going to...
It's just on my dice anyway, so.
Okay. All right.
Isn't our momentum supposed to be like doubled?
No, those are
only-
the Cassini characters.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys don't do that because you guys are not Iconian war veterans. War has not ended.
Okay.
But you do succeed. So the device has a very distinct signature that identifies it as Crenum. This is probably how the Iconians were able to do such a thorough purge. Basically, every ship, every piece of technology, we all have unique signatures. But the chronometric radiation that their devices give off, especially this one, it's kind of like a homing beacon almost. As long as it's in this time space, you're going to be able to detect it.
Interesting, Captain. It appears to function like a homing beacon.
That's disconcerting. If the Iconians have a way of detecting it, that means that, well, we just put a flare out exactly where we are.
You have a
Taking
big ass
it
sign
to-
saying, "Gren, I'm here."
Taking it to the Dyson sphere could be extremely dangerous unless we find a way to shield the device.
There should be a way. I'll find it.
If you would like to make another roll, I will allow you to study if you can shield against the device.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to use my talent mental repository to focus.
Okay.
And then that reduces the difficulty of the task by 1. And if I succeed, I will gain a bonus momentum, which may be used on obtain information.
All right. So the difficulty on this is going to be that's after being brought down from 5.
So
It's going to be
4.
oh.
Oh boy, can I assist
4?
as well?
Yeah, it's difficulty 4. Yes, Lasan can assist. And actually, I will say that Lieutenant Commander Sonic can assist too.
Ooh, okay.
I'll just take 1 dice in that case, or 1 die in that case.
Okay.
All right. Here goes nothing.
Oh!
Nice.
Excellent dice for
Gee.
science.
Jesus.
What are we rolling?
For you, it would be Reason Engineering as the chief engineer.
Science bug.
Would
Science
my
bug.
experimental technology come into play here as a focus?
Yes. Yes.
And
All
another
right.
2 successes.
Maxed out.
We all just stare at it and go, mm-hmm.
There is so much technobabble flying. Basically, you realize you're not going to be able to shield it entirely. You could probably suppress most of the chronometric radiation. And Commander Sonic's like, yeah, I could do that with a dedicated EPS flow regulator and a small force field generator. Basically, it would be like a giant containment unit, be like a small table. There's just one problem. You're not going to be able to shield all of that because that's going to set off a whole different set of exotic particles. Not dangerous to us, but they're going to be like a different kind of a flare. But maybe we can... I don't know if we have a way of protecting us against that.
All that, but with a really heavy southern accent.
Yeah. And it's like, the Commander Sonic, can I actually get you to do another roll? This is going to be an insight engineering.
Of course. Any of my focuses apply here?
Yes. I'm just going to say it's piggybacking off of that.
Okay, am I rolling 1 or 2?
2.
Okay.
Difficulties 2.
All right, for that, I'll take a momentum for just an extra dice, just in case.
You had a free floating one, so you can use it here.
All right, awesome.
And
And
Axel
does the
has
Oh, I was going to say, does the ship assist?
no ship assist, and then Axel has 2 obtain information rolls from this. Well, that's 1 dice too many, but you succeed.
No, he
You're
bought
like-
he bought an
He
extra
bought it.
dice.
He took a
Oh
moment.
yeah, that's right, you did. Good.
With the
Yeah.
floating momentum, yeah.
All right. So he's like, well, I do know we could theoretically, if we can find a way to bend the particles, we might be able to hide them. Axel, how would you like to spend your? How would you like to spend those obtained informations now with this information?
Okay. So I'm not very good at being a science officer. My science bug is really good at being a science officer, but I'm not. So I don't really know what questions to ask.
All right. Do you want
I'm
me
gonna
to spend?
farm these out. I'm gonna farm these out.
Okay.
Any kind like magnetism, anything like that.
You think when he says, "Wait, bending particles," well,
Like
our
a cloaking
shields.
device.
Yes, a cloaking device could do this.
Well, it just so we just so happen to have one on hand, don't
There's just one problem.
Antenna flop.
There's just one problem. That cloaking device is installed on Quen's ship.
I hate to say it, well, I won't say anything because I'm not here.
I'm just gonna look to the commander. Do you think he'd notice if we took?
Oh, Commander. At this moment, I'm pretty sure he could just ask Starfleet for a payoff and he'd be fine.
So, you guys want to take Quen's cloaking device?
Yeah.
Well, we have been told that we have to protect the device at all costs. This is
It's
part of
true.
that cost.
And it is an illegal Romulan cloaking device. He shouldn't have.
We are just
All right.
confiscating it.
All right. In which case, Commander Sonak, can I get you to do a? We're gonna do a quick sub scene here where you go over to the ship to inspect the cloaking device.
Mm-hmm. What am I rolling?
Reason engineering difficulty 3.
I could assist. My engineering's pretty good.
Yeah, over the combat you can do that. Yeah.
Okay,
So, you've been
would
inspired
any
by
of
your
my
old
folks
pal
as
Sam
applied?
Riegel to play a gnome in 5th edition
Yes.
D&D.
Okie dokie.
We'll
And
leave
What
it
are
a
you
secret.
my to the plot?
Yeah, check. Axles. Nope.
Okay.
all right, I will go ahead and use a momentum to get an extra dice.
All right.
And I will. I'll roll.
All right.
I'm gonna help. That's fine.
But you get your momentum back. So as you're over there and you're inspecting clean device, you realize, oh no, he's modified the device so that it directly feeds off of his EPS conduits. And you start going through this, and you're like, there is no way if we stuck this on the Amazon is it going to work. It would take probably a week of retro engineering to get it to function. And you probably don't have that long.
I'll tap my comm badge. Captain,
Commander.
we might have a slight hiccup in our plans. He seems to have routed his
EPS
stealth
conduits.
machine through the EPS conduits, and it would take too much time to try and retrofit our own ship to hold it.
Could we modify his shields and his stealth technology within our own ship to act as a containment?
The answer to that is no.
I do apologize, Captain, but that is a not happening.
Okay.
We
What
could
else?
for the
How long is it for us to get back to the Dyson Sphere from where we?
About 2 days, but it's already been about 6 or 7 hours. The Iconians have to be getting close if they're going to get that signal.
Mm-hmm.
Captain, if I may, put it on his ship and send him to the sphere with the promise of a payday. I guarantee you he will find a way to make it there in half the time it would take us.
My only worry of that plan is if he would go there at all.
I think in this case we might have to trust that he might care more about money or even the protection of his own race, species.
Mm.
I'm going to go talk to him. Thank
Would
you, Commander.
Mm-hmm. My pleasure, Captain.
All right. So you walk over to Quen, who is in let's just
Very
say
nice guest quarters.
You put him in very nice.
I mean, nice enough.
Nice enough sounds better. Yeah. So Quen, the captain, walks in.
Oh, hello, Captain. How's my ship?
Running beautifully.
Good. Now you look like you have a little spark in your eye. Why don't you tell me what's on your mind?
We've come to a dilemma.
Oh, I see.
And I'm going to hand him a pad that has the why can I not remember his name?
Burgess's offer.
Yeah, Burgess's offer on it.
It's a fairly generous offer, I suppose. But that's not what you're concerned about here, are you?
It is in part what I'm concerned about. The problem is this device that you acquired through Tongo, through Sticky Fingers, through stealth,
Tongo.
and Tongo.
Yes.
A perfectly reasonable acquisition. It has a rather large signal that it gives.
How large are we talking about here, as well as profit?
Large enough that within the next few hours, the Iconians are more than likely going to be beating my ship to pieces.
Well, that sounds like a shame, Captain. What do you propose?
I have a feeling that your little ship is capable of doing quite an unimaginable number of.
Well, I've made a few special modifications for myself. Completely above board.
Of course. And you've managed within Iconian territory thus far.
I'm very good at what I do, Captain.
So, I'm going to propose something to you, and I'm going to do it entirely on faith, which is not something I like to do often.
Go on.
You're going to take all of the artifacts that you've acquired through however you acquired them and take them to the Dyson Sphere. In so doing, your record will be expunged. You will be paid handsomely and abundantly.
I'm not hearing numbers, Captain.
I can't give you a number because guess what? You get to ask for it.
And who is going to pay me for this?
Well, you've seen the orders. He said, any money.
All right. I see your game. What do you wish me to? So here's what you're asking me. You're asking me to risk myself and my ship to take this triangle back, take it to the Dyson sphere, and you assume no risk at all.
Oh, no. I'm going to be fighting the Iconians for you.
Oh, you are? Oh, well, that's wonderful. How convenient. All right, Captain.
What I want you to do is take your Ferengi self onto your ship and run.
Oh, my dear Captain, I never run. I do go where I wish to go, but I accept. Have the triangle and myself return to my ship, and I'll make sure that I will, as you put it, run.
Excellent.
Considering your BMI, you might want to consider starting.
Shut up. There's still the matter of those. There's still the matter of those 3 bars of gold pressed latinum we spoke about earlier. Has that been transferred to my ship as well?
Yes, along with an extra 7.
7. Well, considering the amount of trouble that I've gone through here, you've basically arrested me for doing nothing. I think you can go a little higher than that.
I'll give you 20 in total.
That's more like it. Very good. I accept. Let's do this.
All right. So we'll switch back to the bridge. Quen has been beamed over, along with a rapidly fabricated containment unit for the device.
His little transporter device has been returned to him by security.
Yes. He has beamed over, and no less than 30 seconds after that ship cloaks, an Iconian armada appears in front of you.
Oh.
Not one ship, not 2 ships. 250 ships.
Oh, that is too many ships.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck, Captain. Bye-bye.
Oh.
Wow. Captain, any orders before...
I don't think there's enough space on the screen.
Oh, there isn't. But I'm still going to try. It's going to be for effect. I'm here to give a show, right?
So they just, pop in out of nowhere?
Yep, they gate in.
As they do.
As they
do. Lord, okay.
Several dozen Baltim Raiders, several dozen Quas Cruisers, several dozen Iodine Dreadnoughts. And what's your first order, Captain?
Are we all on the bridge?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it seems we've attracted quite the crowd.
I do believe they're looking for a show, Captain.
Let's give them one.
I think this is more than a crowd.
It is a quite large crowd.
Well, let's put on the show of a lifetime.
Retirement was overrated anyway.
I'm gonna make my way to my seat. I think we know what to do. Commander Decau, attack pattern beta.
And the battle begins. So
We are still red alert, aren't we?
yeah, you're still rolling. We're actually gonna roll the. We're actually gonna play this out.
We get 2.
Good
got
luck.
3 minutes.
Thinking.
And as I sit down,
Goodbye, science bug!
salute. As I sit down, I'm going to computer play Lisanne song Alpha 2.
All right. You guys get to make the first move as players.
I guess the captain gave a maneuvering order, so that would be the
Attack pattern.
Yep. Yeah, that would be Dawn's.
Yep. Let me look. What am I rolling here?
Daring Con, assisted with the ship's engines con.
Okay. And helm operations focus applies.
Yes. And what's the ship rolling?
weapons con.
Yeah, weapons con.
Weapons con for... Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
apparently. Yep. Who's
What's the
rolling that?
difficulty on that?
I believe it's 2.
Okay.
I'll just double check.
I guess the doctor can roll while we're doing the fighty fight.
Yeah, AdCon if you wouldn't mind.
Alrighty.
Yeah, difficulty of 2.
Yep. Alright, you succeed.
Thanks, Doc.
And now it's the Iconian's turn. And we're starting with one of the big boys this time.
Of course.
And I have to adjust this really fast. Because I haven't actually rolled this one before. And unfortunately for you, they succeed.
Great.
This would be the shortest offensive of all time.
Anti-proton beam!
Every second counts.
It's an Iodon Dreadnought that's firing the first shot.
Ow.
That could have been a lot
A
worse.
lot of zeros.
God.
Yeah. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18.
Jeez, okay.
18, and then check against the Amazon really fast. So you can take 4 off of that.
14.
All your shit. Yep. So now we get to.
That's 2 breaches.
That's 2 breaches. So.
That's not as bad as it could have been, but it was still 2 breaches.
Oh, we're about to lose 2 officers real quick because they both have neural interface.
That's the wrong thing. Yeah. That's the wrong roll. That was not what I'm supposed to roll. Because I am a derp. Alright, and where is that? So 8. 1 is to sensors. And 1 is to structure.
Good. So
Not
how does the neural interface work with
3 stress anytime the ship suffers a breach.
Oh, for both of you?
That being said, I would have had to declare that I was plugging in, and I did not do that.
That's fair.
I'm the only one who's plugged in currently, then, because I am.
Oh.
Okay.
You would have had to declare too, because it's been a change of scene.
I used the
Oh, did
ability
you?
He did use it.
Okay.
He used it earlier. So, here is what goes down. I'm going to slightly alter the rules about how register deaths work because of giving you guys an epic opportunity to die. And deciding how the breach goes determines which system is going to get something blown out. Since sensors was the first to go, Axel.
Really? No.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Axel. You're sitting at your thing when the console explodes, and you're splattered against the view screen.
Oh,
Science!
And there's just a big green smudge.
But
And
can we talk about the irony of our bug going through the windshield?
Oh, man.
Yeah, I might add, there's now a giant fire at the back of the bridge where the sensor station was.
Oh boy.
And then the chief engineer, being plugged in, is electrocuted for 6 points of stress, which renders him unconscious in engineering.
Oh.
Can I avoid that by doing anything, or am I just out?
You can avoid it by spending 2 momentum.
I'd like to do that if it's okay.
Alright.
Go ahead.
But I'm going to put a penalty on that you can't go for the rest of the turn because you're on the ground trying to cope with the sensations going on in your head.
Okay,
So you lose this turn. Alright. And then I'm going to roll to see who is... So those two are out of the equation, so I only have to roll a d4 to determine who is going to kick the bucket next.
Cool.
And 4 means that it's going to be AdCon.
Oh, well.
Well,
Yep. Dr. Lamal is in sickbay when the EPS conduits erupt, destroying sickbay in a single explosion.
well.
Oh. He was too young.
And that means it's your guys' turn again.
Okay. I'm going to assist with the direct action
Mm-hmm.
and get Jero to fire again.
Jared didn't fire.
Or sorry, get Jero to fire, I should say.
Okay, who targeting? Who am I targeting?
Yeah, who are you targeting?
Pick your target.
Okay, I might as well just do a Belton Freighter. That's the only one we might be able to do anything with.
Okay.
And I have two things that assist with this. So the first one is when I provide assistance to a combat task, I can reroll my dice, and also we can, instead of paying 2 momentum to keep the initiative, it's 0 for our.
Excellent. Alright, roll it.
Okay, so I'm might as well take 1 momentum.
Okay.
Trying to buff up as much momentum as I can. And rolling. Is that
Alright. That's a success. I'm not going to have you guys roll any for that. So,
Oh boy.
because it's also reduced by 1 because you did an attack pattern. You
Yep.
gain 4 momentum.
Okay, so I need to do the ship and see the damage. There's the attack for phaser array.
Alright. I'm just going to roll it that you blow away that Baltim. I'm not going to be super hardcore about these guys with how many of them there are.
We are definitely on the narrative track, not the mechanical track at this point.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay.
Okay, since we keep the initiative, can I go again?
Well, it was a direct test, so yes, you can.
Okay, so I am going to...
Target a dreadnought. See if he'll let us take that one out too. No, I'm kidding.
I'm gonna go for another Bolton Raider. Might as well.
Okay.
I'm just going to go straight. What's my science? You know what? I'm going to try and do an override. Try and scan a cruiser for weakness.
You're better to just fire, honestly.
Let's take another shot.
Yeah.
You have lower difficulty because of the attack.
And I would increase the difficulty for you to do a scan like that.
Yeah, well, it is an override, so yeah. Alright, I'll just do a normal attack then.
Do a spread on this phaser attack.
How many are in close proximity?
Yes.
They're all in close proximity. Okay. So
if they're not in close proximity, they're in medium proximity. Formation around you.
They're literally on our ass.
Okay.
Yeah, they're trying to box you in.
And our sides.
So how many? Okay, so that would have been. Okay, so this one will be will be spread to multiple targets.
Okay.
So where's my roll? There we go.
And that didn't roll.
No, there we go. So I'm gonna do another momentum.
Okay.
We have so much momentum.
Yeah.
You're good.
And rolling.
You hella succeed. And I may as well roll for the ship at this point.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so this will be area on. Let's just get rid of as many Boltons as we can.
Okay.
So that'll be another 4 Boltons take half damage.
So I will say you blow up 4 Baltums.
Oh, hang on, no, that's 6 Boltons get half damage.
Yeah, 6 damn. I'm gonna say 6 Baltums are destroyed then. But unfortunately for you, it's time for one of the Quas cruisers to take a pot shot.
Oh no. Oh,
Hey,
no.
6 down, 197 to go.
Mm-hmm.
We're winning.
And it misses.
Yes.
No, wait, no, it
Really?
doesn't. No, it doesn't because
No.
you guys are doing attack pattern, not evasive.
Oh.
So I actually gain a point of threat. And
Well, no, you still would have needed 2 to hit.
yeah,
Attack pattern also
No.
reduces the difficulty.
reduces the difficulty.
For us, not for y'all.
But yeah, it does.
Both ways.
No. Yeah, it's both ways.
It goes both ways.
It goes both ways.
Gosh. Dang bisexual attack patterns.
And I think we can safely say that it's
Oh,
the
yeah.
Amazon has no shields.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 2 breaches.
Yeah, that's 2 breaches.
I'm
That's-
so dead.
Yep. So I mean, that is technically the destruction of the ship.
Yeah. We're all also.
Yep. And the seagull shot just pierces right through the center of the hull, and as it explodes in a big fireball, the camera zooms in on the bridge, and it just zooms in on the camera as it all turns white.
But right before that, Quinn
No.
pops.
Yeah, come on, let me do my thing.
Yeah. All right, fine. Do your thing.
All right. At the last moment, Quinn pops back on the vocal with his pirate radio and goes, "It's a shame to see you go, Captain, but remember, a deal is a deal, unless a better one comes along. Bye-bye now." Ah!
Why are you such an asshole? Why are you such an asshole?
He literally has a focus in being an asshole.
I didn't know that one was in the book.
General douchebaggery.
Yeah, that's literally on his character sheet. General douchebaggery.
The being an asshole focus came to the academy after the Dominion War.
And it's with that we reach the end of tonight.
Oh, I can finally take this thing out of my mouth.